So as someone who plays Genshin or, stuff like Wuthering Waves, if you want to support the game, that's fine. If you want to spend a little here and there, that's fine. But make sure you have the finances to do so. If you're like this person who allegedly spent $600 trying to pull Furina, and that $600 came from like an emergency fund, on the credit card, yeah. But so over on Reddit, this person says, my fiance spent $600 on a gotcha game without asking. Apparently, this person plays Genshin as well because I think she brings up how she wanted Furina as well. I flipped out, and now his entire family are calling me abusive and encourage me to call off the engagement. For context, I work 55 hours a week, and he drives Uber during the day while I'm at work. We are paycheck to paycheck. So, uh, stop calling me, redacted. We need to talk right now. Pick up now. And then this is him right here. You're not being fair at all. I explained my boundaries to you, and you are not respecting them. That's this. This is exactly what says is abusive about you. And then when she says you spent $600 of our credit card on a fucking game. Yeah, and the crazy thing about Genshin Impact, you could spend $600 and still not get a 5 star. And still not get a 5 star. It's insane. The pull rates in Genshin are terrible. Are terrible. The last 5 star I got was when my week was out. I during Lantern Rite, I was pulling for Ganyu. I had about 16, almost 20,000 primos. Never got her. And then I just pulled Furina like the other day. So it took me several months to get a 5 star. But then I played Wuthering Waves. Like my first week or so, I pulled the best character in the game so far, who was the current banner. When Phoebe came out, the next banner, I was pulling for Phoebe, got Phoebe. The banner right now, there's Brandt and Changli. I mean, I'm spending no money, and yet I pulled on Changli and I got her. So 3 separate banners, and I got 3 5 stars from the banners. No money, and basically on single pulls. And yet Genshin, you could just keep pulling and pulling and pulling and pulling and not get what you want. This is one reason why people are tired of Genshin and the characters, because they're creating lackluster characters now. Like Mizuki looks gorgeous, great character, but the character in game, playable, she sucks. She's not that great. She's an animo character, and there's so many other characters, animo characters who can just do everything better. Like Venti is still completely viable. His CC, his burst, I mean, it's just like a black hole. It just everything in. So, but yeah, paying $600 for a character you may not even get. I explained it to you already. 600 for 2 virtual characters you don't need without asking. When we are paycheck to paycheck, that card was for emergencies with the Civic. And then he posted a thing of Furina. You told me you wanted her too, but you aren't happy for me. Actually, I'm done. I'm a 29-year-old man. I'm sorry. You're wasting emergency funds on Genshin Impact. And then you're trying to claim that your fiance or your wife or whatever is abusive. I don't think you can call yourself a 29-year-old man. Again, it's okay to support the game, but if you can afford it, if you're living paycheck to paycheck and your wife is the only one really working hours, you have no right to spend that emergency money on freaking game characters. I'm a 29-year-old man. I'm allowed to make purchases without needing your permission. Not when she's the one making the money. I mean, she said he was like Uber or whatever. What did she say it was? Yeah, Uber. I mean, he probably doesn't make that much. So she's the one making the money. Yes, I said I want Furina. Yes, I said I want Furina. I didn't say we should spend hundreds to get constellations. You are a fucking addict. You already spent all our Christmas money on it. You were snooping into your finance purchases. You should take a look at yourself. Honestly, this is a shared card that I set up for emergencies, and you went behind my back. Why don't you tell Redacted about your gambling addiction to video game characters? Actually, Redacted told me all about your coercion, and I believe your narcissist personality. Oh, the irony. That is why you are continuing to try and control me and control my financial decision making. This dude, you know this is my values, and I've had Furina as my wallpaper forever. What's your point? I refuse to be verbally abused for being myself. I am battling anxiety, huh? Well, we know what kind of person this person is. And you do not care at all. I don't want to get married to you. I'm not talking on the phone. I emailed screenshots for my appointment tomorrow. Thank you. Wait. Thank you, Ro, giving me horrible anxiety attack and ruining my night. And no, I didn't do a fucking thing with Furina yet because of your calls. I will call Capital One and dispute the charge. Your account will get banned. I haven't gotten to do anything with Furina. Oh no. I haven't gotten to level her up or anything because of your calls. Ugh. You've ruined my night. Try it. You will lose me forever. At this point, this chick is dodging a bullet. She is dodging a bullet. I'm going to Scottsdale for the night. Stop calling me for 12 hours and we can talk then. Good night. Will you please answer my mom? Please. I apologize for my reaction. As I said, my anxiety is bad today. Let's see. And I have to do better. I love you. You don't need to dispute the charges. I will get you the money soon. Can blank or redacted can spot me 600 tonight, so you can text him your Venmo. Anxiety really has. Please. Again, it's not hard to try to imagine what kind of person this guy is. You know, I would imagine this dude probably has his pronouns in his bio. Just what we know about the side, how that side tends to have anxiety and, you know, ooh, my mental disorders. I'm guessing he probably, if he has Instagram or Twitter, they probably have their pronouns in their bio. But $600 for a character you may not even get. And then when she tells him, hey, stupid ass, that money is for emergencies only. Like, yes, I wanted Furina too, but I'm not going to spend $600 for a character. That was emergency money, and you've already spent their Christmas money. And instead of taking responsibility, this dude is, my anxiety, you're making my anxiety bad. And I didn't even get to do anything with Furina yet because of these calls. And I'm a 29-year-old man. Oh, the poor boy thinks he's a man. Like I've said, it's okay to support these games, but if you are financially able to. Like, I don't mind supporting Genshin when I have money. Like the Welkin, the Welkin thing where you get like 300 write off, and then like every day you get like 90 primos. It's only like $5. But even now, I don't have $5 that, I just started a new job not too long ago. I don't have the funds. So even now, I'm not purchasing it. When I was working at the factory, I had no problem because I was making money. But because I started a new job, I'm going to have to wait a little bit. And that's if I decide to do that anymore. Because again, I'm getting tired of Genshin and their terrible pulls. The fact of having to go months and months and months without a 5-star when you can play Wuthering Waves and keep doing single pulls and get a 5-star easily. It's like, do I really want to continue trying to get 5 stars like that? But if you don't have the funds, you don't do it. And when your wife tells you, hey, that was for emergencies, don't try to justify your gambling addiction. Don't try to say, well you wanted her too. You know that I have love for Furina, and she's been my wallpaper for. Who cares? Who cares? Here's my wallpaper. I love Furina. She's a great character. Well-written character, very lovable. A character you meet and you kind of hate her at first because of how she acts, but then the more into the Archon quest you get, you realize how tragic her character actually is. And by the end, you're like, how can I hate this girl? I went from hating her to loving her. She is such a good character, but I'm not going to spend $600 on her. I got her through single pulls. I just kept pulling and pulling every time I got 160. I would go out into the world and look for treasure chests and do whatever, maybe do whatever challenges I haven't done. I did the Imaginarium Theater, whatever I could. And I just kept pulling and pulling. Single pulls. Each pull is 160 primos, and I just kept pulling and pulling and pulling. And I eventually got Furina. I'm not going to spend $600 just because I like the character. Like the account I have now, like my second account, all the characters I have, I got without spending a dime. They're all, same thing with actually my main account. Like most of the characters, pretty much all of them actually, I spent without, I got without spending a dime. Like all the 5 stars that I have, really didn't spend anything. I mean, apart from the Welkin thing, like I said, it's like $5 a month. Apart from that, didn't really spend anything. Not hundreds of dollars. And I have really good 5 stars. But of course, like I said, I had the money at the time. So $5 when you're making, however much, $5, it's not that much. So it wasn't a big issue. I was working 5 days a week. I was working 2 jobs, 3 days at a factory, 2 days taking care of an elderly woman. So I was making good money. So $5 for the month for the Welkin thing to get some extra primos wasn't a big deal. But I'm not going to spend $600. If anyone is spending $600, if you're married and your husband or wife is spending $600 or more on a game like Genshin, and you confront them about it and they try to make you seem like you're the villain, divorce them immediately. Because that is a precursor to things to come. The fact is, this dude is trying to make it seem like she's, narcissistic and abusive. No, you spent money you shouldn't have. And instead of just admitting it and taking responsibility, you're blaming your anxiety. Oh, will you please answer my mom text tells me everything I need to know about this man. Man. Furina, look what you did. You made someone spend $600 for you. Stop dancing and listen. Lady Furina, according to the judgment of the Ortrice Mécanique d'Annalise Cardinal, Furina is guilty. of making this man spend his money, or technically his wife's money. I guarantee he's not getting that much with Uber. Um, but no game is, especially Genshin. I mean, I love the game, but I'm not going to spend $600 on it. Pull rates are terrible. You could spend $1,000 and still not get the character you want. It's insane. It's insane how bad it is. But yeah, yeah. Again, if you're married, your wife, your husband, your boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, does this, spends this kind of money, and then tries to justify it, like, oh, well, you know I like the character, and well, you want them too. And then they try to blame you and make you seem to be the bad guy, and they try to say that you're narcissistic and you're abusive. Leave. No questions, just leave, because that's them showing who they are. And if they do that over a game, imagine what they can possibly do when actually getting mad over something real. Save yourself the hassle, save yourself the stress, and just leave them. It might be hard, but you got to think of in the long run. You're going to be well off not having to deal with it. Anyway, that's going to do for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.